YouTube, what's going on? It's your boy Y2 Shadows, and we're back at it again with another video. And this time, it just ended a couple minutes ago, but night one of the 2026 NBA draft just ended, and I kind of just want to go over my reaction to some of the picks. And just kind of talk about some of the picks. So I did do live reactions on this page, both on this page and all my other socials. I did do live reactions to both the Wizards and the Lakers picks. As you see, I got the LeBron James, I got the LeBron James jersey on right now. And I did do live reactions to both of those picks. So if you guys want to go see those reactions live, you just go check out TikTok, YouTube, check out YouTube Shorts because I posted on YouTube Shorts as well, and it's on Instagram. But those are my live reaction to those two picks. But yeah, let's kind of get into it. So the first four picks. Hell, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. The first five picks weren't a surprise to a lot of people. The fifth pick was a little bit of a surprise to me, but the first four picks were kind of locked in. AJ going number one to the Wizards. Darren Peterson going number two to the Utah Jazz. Cam Boozer going number three to the Grizz. And then Caleb Wilson going number four to the Bulls. That's kind of been like the order for over 2 months now, and that would has like pretty much been like solidified since the draft lottery had happened. And that's kind of like what I knew was going to happen. Now, number five was interesting. Number five, Keaton Wagler to the Clippers. I thought the Clippers might have went up and tried to get Flemings from Houston, Kingston Flemings. But they ended up going with Keaton Wagler. I heard a lot of people were high on Keaton Wagler and they liked him, so that was like where it was cool. But pretty much from the moment, I would say like the real surprises kind of came from right after pick number 9. So 6, 7, 8, Mikael Brown to Brooklyn. I'd known about that, and then Acuff going to Sacramento. I had heard Acuff was going to Sacramento for multiple weeks now, so that had kind of made sense to me. And then Kingston going, instead of going to the Clippers, he's going to Atlanta. I was like, Kingston and Jalen Johnson, I think it's gonna be a really nice pairing. I think that's gonna be really, really good there. And then the moment that the Mavericks hired Dusty May from Michigan, I knew that Dusty May was going to take one of his kids with him, and he ends up taking Morez Johnson with him. So I already knew Dusty May was going to take somebody from Michigan, bring him over to pair with Cooper Flag. So I already knew that was a possibility. But number 10 is where it got interesting, right? So the Bucks take Braden Burries. And I think Burries is really, really solid. But I did not expect the Bucks to go with Burries there. I expected the Bucks to maybe look at like Yaxel Landenberg, or maybe even try, maybe potentially even look at a Demara, because they weren't a fan of how Miles Turner did pretty much last season. I was thinking that that's what the Bucks was going to go. But I guess with the trade and sending over Kel'el Ware over, I guess they realized that they're like, oh, we don't need, like, they're not going for center right now. They're going to keep Miles Turner, and then they're going to just go with Kel'el Ware as probably their starting center from there, either starting center or like or backup center, however they want to do that lineup. And then Golden State, man, Golden State. I'll give them a Don DeMarco for this. Hold on. Don DeMarco. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I thought Golden State was gonna fuck this up. I thought Golden State was gonna really fuck this up. I thought Golden State was gonna get Nate Ahmed. I thought Golden State was gonna really fuck this up. And funny enough, in I think on the ESPN broadcast, not the ABC one, but on the ESPN broadcast, they showed Joe Lacob, the owner of the Warriors, and their GM Mike Dunleavy. They showed both of them arguing in the boardroom, and Joe Lacob like clearly wanted somebody else, and him and Mike Dunleavy were arguing back and forth. So it had already looked like it was gonna be a bad sign, and then they picked right, because I ain't gonna lie, if they took Nate Ahmed, I was gonna fucking laugh. I promise you, I was gonna be falling out my fucking chair. I was waiting for them to fuck that pick up, and they didn't do it. So that was there. The Thunder at 12 taking Mara was like absolutely stunning to me. And the reason why they did it is they quite literally got somebody where they're like, "Hey, we're gonna put some size on Wemby. Whenever Wemby's down in the post area or like mid post, we're putting Mara on Wemby right there. 7'3", 260 pounds. We're gonna put size for Wemby, and that's literally the only reason they did it. They were like, "Look, we're gonna get our Wemby counter," and that's why they went in and did it. And I was pissed because I was like, "Bro." Ain't no fucking way that's what they decided to go with. Like, and what's funny is I thought that if Golden State didn't take Yaxel, I thought OKC was gonna snatch up Yaxel, and I was like, bro, that's even like I was like, bro, that's still scary. But they go ahead, they get Mara there. I think that means that Hardenstein, I'm assuming, is gonna be gone. I don't think Hardenstein's gonna stay around because they already traded off Aaron Wiggins. I think A Wiggins got traded off to Atlanta a couple of days ago. So Aaron Wiggins already got traded off. They're already not keeping Lou Dort. We already know Lou Dort's more than likely gone as well. And I'm assuming with this draft move right here, iHeart's going to be gone. So that's really crazy. And then the one that was absolutely atrocious was Miami. They traded their pick, the 13th pick, and they traded it they traded it because they got Giannis a couple of days ago. Which I was supposed to do a video on Giannis. I'll do a fuller video on that later tomorrow, when I got some more time because I just wasn't able to do it earlier today. But I thought they were gonna go for I thought they were gonna go for what's his name there? I like who did I think that the Bucks were gonna go? Like Miami says Miami traded the pick to Milwaukee. I thought the Bucks were still gonna go try to get somebody better. Like I thought Steinbach right there was a pretty good choice. If these like to go bigger. I thought they could have even went somebody like really athletic like Cam Carr. And they decided to go with Nate Ahmed. And I was like, boy, Milwaukee is fucking cooked. I seen that and I was like, boy, that shit was absolute ass. So I hope Nate pans out, but I don't have a lot of hope at all. Nate Ahmed was not a prospect I was a fan of this period. I did not like the way he was at Tennessee. I didn't like a lot of his tools either. I just didn't think Nate Ahmed was a good prospect coming in. And man, Milwaukee better hope that pans out because that is ugh, ugh. Hornets take it Steinbach at number 14. Hornets get another big man over there. And then Chicago go get Swain. Chicago did a really great draft, by the way. Caleb Wilson and Dylan Swain, absolute great picks by Chicago's front office. They're moving well after getting rid of all their longtime people. I think that was great. Now Memphis did draft somebody, but now Memphis, you know what's funny? Memphis traded like a fuck ton of picks in the first round, like their second round picks. Like they kept Cam Boozer and like I don't like ultimately they end up with Kareem Lopez all the way down at 21, but like they had traded multiple picks. I think like in total, like the Grizzlies ended up acquiring like 3 or 4 second round picks because they had traded a bunch of picks to Oklahoma City. So like they like for example Bennett Sturts got traded to Oklahoma City at pick 17, and then Ibuka Okori got traded to Detroit. I think that's really good. Give somebody else to help Cade out with the on-ball duties. So they did really good there. Something that really sucked, man, at pick number 20, Jaden Quaintance to San Antonio. I was like, fuck! Jaden Quaintance was somebody I was really high on, and somebody that, like, I understand he was injured last year for Kentucky, but I felt that Jaden, if he was healthy, he would have been way higher of a pick, and I loved Jaden's upside, and I was really pissed about that. I was like, bro, San Antonio, the rich just keep getting richer. That shit had absolutely hurt my heart. That shit sucks. I was not a fan of that at all. And then a couple picks later, LeBaron Philin went to fucking Philadelphia. I was like, are you shitting me? I was like, bro, what the fuck is Philly? I was like, bro, what is Philly doing? And that's a great pick too, because like there's gonna be points where he's gonna be the main guard, and you could put Tyrese and VJ at their natural positions at the 2. So I was like, yo, this is like legit unbelievable. I was like, bro, I was like, bro, they're taking all the Lakers players, but there was one player left that, well, 2. I'm not gonna lie. If Isaiah Evans was there, I would have been happy with Isaiah Evans, but The one player I was really, really begging for, I was begging and pleading. I was like, Lord, please, if you like can answer my players. I was like at 25, Cameron Carr, Baylor. If Cam Carr could be there, I would beg and plead. And what the Lakers ended up doing, the Lakers traded up one. They went from 25 to 24 with New York, and they gave New York, I think it was cash considerations, to move up one. And we got Cameron Carr, and I was like, "Thank you, Lord! Oh my God!"
Bang, bang, bang.
Shit like that. Shit like that. Shit like that. Shit like that.
One thing that the Lakers have desperately lacked for years was wing athleticism and shooting. And while Cam Carr has definitely gotten better over this year. This year I think he shot 40%. He's definitely got it better and better. The one thing that we know that he has is a 40 fucking inch vertical. I've seen that. I've seen the vertical. I've seen at the combine he had 30 and was shooting the shit out the pill at the combine. I was like, dude, we're in for a fucking good one. And I couldn't believe it. I was so happy. Very, very happy there. So the Lakers ended up getting their wing. Isaiah Evans fell out of the first round. And I really feel bad for my guy because Slim, realistically, Slim was the only one left. They said Slim was the only one that got invited to the green room and didn't get selected at all. I really feel bad for my guy Slim. They are doing 2-day things now, so Slim will definitely get selected early tomorrow. But I really do feel bad. I'm not gonna lie, me personally, again, if just be me being selfish, I want the Lakers to go up and get him. This is me being a Lakers fan. Realistically though, let me see. Let's see who's got the early second round picks tomorrow. Let's see. Early. I don't think the Knicks need him. Memphis, nah. Brooklyn has hella guards. Sacramento got hella guards. Spurs got a bunch of guards. Slim on the Clippers would be really, really interesting. Slim on the Clippers would be really interesting. Oklahoma City would just do that just to fuck over teams. I think Slim would be nice on Chicago. Slim would be real nice on Chicago. He wouldn't get playtime on the Rockets at all. And then Boston down a little bit further down. He's better than some of the people I think on Boston, but I don't think he would get playtime. Realistically, I ain't gonna lie. Like the only team that's like kind of like on this list of the second round so far that I think should trade up for Slim, that makes sense. I would probably say Phoenix at 47. I think Phoenix should trade up. The Phoenix just did a trade. They did just do a trade. They traded into the first round. They got Koa Pete. So instead of Koa Pete going to the Mavericks at 30, Koa Pete's going to Phoenix. So maybe that pick no more is gone. But I would say Dallas wouldn't be too bad too. Dallas is a backup PG, but then again, they already have Nembhard, so I think Kyrie's gonna start, and then Nembhard come off the bench. And Slim is like very ball dominant. Like Slim is like he can be off the ball, shoot well too, but Slim is a very ball dominant player. He does like a lot of ball dominant stuff. He can be a good off balance 3-point shooter, but that'd be very, very interesting. Yeah, I would say that. Maybe Orlando. Orlando might be nice. Orlando off the bench. I think he could be nice. Getting fed from Franz. Would probably like getting fed from Franz. I think that could be pretty solid. But yeah, Slim didn't go first round. That really sucks for my guy. I really feel bad for him. They're pretty much that bad for him there. But yeah, really, really interesting first day of the NBA draft. Tomorrow I work a little bit earlier, kind of around the start of the draft, y'all. So will be honest, it is gonna be a lot harder for me to cover the draft tomorrow. I am more than likely gonna miss a lot, if not all of it. So I'm probably gonna have to like retroactively kind of go back and kind of watch it there. But in the meantime, at least I got to see day one. Day one was a great success, and I'm happy for my team. I'm happy for my city, DC. DC got AJ, and Literally, DC could not be happier. Literally, they got a star in the making over there, and whether AD stays there long term or not, which I ain't gonna lie, AD turning down 58 million is a fucking crime.
Mi bomba!
People are talking about AD's gonna turn down his player option and XYZ. I'm like, bro, AD's turning down 58 million American dollars. Get the fuck out of here. I was like, people have lost their damn minds. I was like, his wife should have beat the dog shit out of him if AD were to do that, to be 100% honest with you. Like, being for real. But yeah, AD, Trey, Sar, Keontae. I understand a lot of people don't trust in their defense, and Trey is probably the worst defender in the NBA, to be fair. But like, I think AJ, you can grow into something decent, and Keontae, I don't think is terrible. Plus, AD and Sar on the back line. AD and Sar on the back line are gonna like swat a lot of shit. Like, you're not getting a lot of free eats at the rim on AD and Sar. That's just not happening, right? So I think Washington like really did really good as well. My biggest winners today, and I'm gonna go biggest winners in the first round. I'm gonna go Wizards. I'm gonna go Bulls. I'm gonna go Lakers, and then Spurs. Yeah. Wizards, Lakers, Spurs, and Bulls are my biggest winners of the day. Biggest losers, for sure. Biggest loser by far is the Milwaukee Bucks. I think Milwaukee, with that Nate Ament pick was really terrible. I don't like that pick at all. Also, I'll say, Denver, I ain't gonna lie. Denver was low-key a loser. They drafted Tyrus Reed, but they ended up trading Tyrus Reed. And now they're in the second round. Like, they drafted just to trade back. I would say Denver is a possible loser here, because like, not even possible. I'd say Denver is a loser here, to be 100% honest with you, because Denver didn't end up selecting anybody. They traded back into the second round, and yeah, they got some second round picks, but second round picks, a lot of people feel some type of way about second round picks and their value and how they work. So, not gonna lie to you, it's very interesting how that'll work out, to be honest. But yeah, in the meantime though, thank you guys for watching. Sorry for me being gone for a little bit. I went to Stream University for COM University, that stuff. I went out to his LA IRL applications and I did some stuff out there. And I did post some things there. And I haven't really been doing much more like long form videos, so I'm gonna get back to it. Now that we're kind of like in the summer, I am gonna do some WNBA content. So if you guys like still mess with basketball, we're gonna do talk about the WNBA. So we are gonna do some WNBA content, talking on the channel, kind of the videos that I do now. We'll do stuff like that. But I'm also gonna transition and start slowly back into gaming too. So you guys are gonna start seeing some gaming stuff back on the channel as well. Getting some gaming. I'm going to talk about I'll talk about I'm doing a video for the trick shotting community for Call of Duty, because that's, if you guys OGs know, I started this channel from Call of Duty trick shotting, and that's where my start was. So I am going to talk about the trick shot community from all those days back then, and then I'm probably assuming that it does drop in July, like Treyarch did announce, whenever Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2 ports officially come out, I will be making videos on those. Commentary videos, trick shotting face-off videos. I will be doing all sorts of content on that game as well. So, thank you guys for kind of being patient with me, and welcome back to the channel. But in the meantime, I love you guys. Chaos Control Me, I'm out. I'll see you guys in the next one, y'all. Deuces. See you guys later.